Parliament enacted 3 farm bills, and President of India has also given his consent for the 3 farm bills. Government of India says that it has envisaged to double the farm income by 2022 and enacted these farm laws for the benefit of the farming community at large. What are these 3 bills? What are the advantages as per the bill, and what are the contentions, and what are the reasons for the turmoil? Let us understand. Out of the 3 bills, first bill is Farmers Produce Trade and Commerce Bill 2020. Second bill is Farmers Price Assurance and Facilitation Bill. Third bill is regarding the Essential Commodities Amendment Bill 2020. In the first bill, the Farmers Produce Trade and Commerce Bill, government says that as per the new version of the bill, the farmers can sell their produce anywhere. There are no interstate barriers. Farmers need not pay the cess to the market committees, and states cannot levy cess on the farmers for the produce sold outside agriculture price marketing committees. Hitherto, the government used to procure the produce in the APMCs of different states, and certain commission used to be levied. Now the government says that the same structure will be there even after the enactment of the bills. The APMCs were not removed from the scene, and they will also function, and farmers even now they can sell their produce in the APMCs. But farmers argue that slowly the system of APMCs will die down, and there is no MSP in the enactment of the bills. That is the major cause of concern for the farmers. Government says that the APMCs will continue, and the procurement will also continue, and farmers can sell their produce anywhere. That is left to their choice. Here, the minimum support price has to be brought under the legislation. The law has to be enacted regarding the MSP. That is the major demand of the farming communities. They also said that in a state like Bihar, when APMCs were removed, the procurement has gone down, and majority of the farmers could not get the MSP. The second bill is Farmers Agreement of Price Assurance and Farm Services Facilitation Bill. As per this bill, government says that more and more FPOs will develop and contract farming will be legalized. The provisions say that the farmers can get into an agreement with the concerned FPO or the corporate for the mutually agreed price and the quality. Now government says that the farmers can decide the price even before showing the crop based on the cost of cultivation or other expenditure, and farmers are free to negotiate with the companies. But here the major contention of the farmers is that slowly the farmers will go into the clutches of the corporates, and they contend that they cannot understand the legal terminology of the agreements, and their lands may be taken away by the corporates if they fail to abide by the agreements. But government says that such things will never happen, and even if there is failure of agreement, the concerned companies do not have any charge on the farmland of the farmer, and farmers cannot have that apprehension of uh, alienating their land for such a situation. Third bill pertains to Essential Commodities Amendment Bill 2020. Here in the bill, the pulses, cereals, oil seeds, onion, potato are removed from the essential commodities list, and all the regulations on the production, storage, distribution and movement are not applicable for these products. In the extreme cases of war, famines or any natural calamities, central government can regulate the supply of these commodities, and even those situations also the processing companies can stock the produce depending on their capacity utilization of the company. And also not only the companies but exporters also, they can carry out their activity even such extraordinary circumstances. If they can produce that, export demand is there for such a produce. Here in this, the price control will be applied only when in the case of horticultural produce, if the price rise is 100% or above in the past 12 months, or average price of the last 5 years, whichever is lower. In the case of cereals and other commodities, if the price rise is 50% above the price in the last 12 months or average price in the last 5 years, then only the price controls will be imposed. And against these bills, farming communities are stating, and the major contentions as discussed are minimum support price. They want the MSP to be brought under legislation, and farmers also apprehend that APMCs will be dying down in the near future and there will be no procurement by the government. That's a great loss to the farming communities, and if the MSP is not given, farmers will lose heavily, and they are citing the example of Bihar state government. And another condition is, when the farmers enter into an agreement with the corporates, they do not understand the legal terms and the norms they cannot understand, because these are drafted by the legal experts of the companies, and they may lose their land holding also in the due course to the corporates. That is another apprehension and another cause of concern for the farmers. Third one is essential commodities. There is a likelihood of hoarding of the produce when the produce rate is very less by the corporates, processing units or export houses, and the prices of the essential commodities, of course they are not delisted now, prices of the commodities will spiral upwards and there will be no control during such situations. And these are the major contentions, and some people argue that it is against the spirit of federalism, as the agriculture subject comes under the purview of state governments, but central government says that it is also under the purview of central government, and these enactments were made to facilitate the farmers to get better price, to have a bargaining power with the other party in fixing the price, and for free movement of produce from one place to another place without any barriers.